head here now and begin to think about some more of wavy hair that has some good curl to it, not tight curl yet. So again, we're going to start off by just drawing out the shape of how we want the hair to lay on the head. And again, the curlier the hair, the more volume it's going to have, so I'm going to bring it up off the scalp. And I'm going to go ahead and begin drawing out kind of some swirling lines that are going to be the curls. And though they get kind of thick and full, as they get down towards the bottom, they're going to thin out a little bit. So even the bangs, you can just kind of put those little S shapes in there, kind of swirl and curl it. And this is just going to take practice, drawing heads and drawing lots of hair. Looking at pictures of how hair flows, different hairstyles, and then trying to draw them. You're going to kind of go how gravity goes, and how it's always going to be pulled down, but curly hair gets kind of a little bit frizzier, a little bit more volume, so even though it's coming down, a curl can kind of bounce the hair out a little bit. And you'll see that I'm not drawing each individual curl. I'm drawing them in clusters of waves. Hair usually moves in clusters, like grapes. Grape head. And this is just one style of drawing. There are tons of ways to draw hair. This is just the style that I like to do. It's kind of more of an American Disney style, I guess. And then I'll even bring some hair that's coming on the other side of the face and bring that down. So then once I have my hair designed the way I want, then I can take my eraser and kind of go back and erase my headlines and face lines that are being covered up. Just like so, and then I can darken in my lines there. I'll start adding in some other lines inside the waves of hair to kind of just give more of an illustrated look. I'm not going to draw every single hair, but I'm going to give some definition to the actual form. So even though all these lines are kind of crazy and not parallel to one another, they're all kind of moving in the same flowing motion, kind of like water flowing down a stream. They kind of all find their own little path, but they all follow the same big path. So once I have these all drawn in here, I can begin using shading to kind of push some curls back and bring some forward. So I'll find some curls that I want to push back a little bit, and I'll add a little bit of darker color to those, either with a colored pencil or just my regular drawing pencil, and it's going to push that part of the hair back and bring the lighter parts of the hair forward. So already you can see this curl now is kind of diving in underneath those curls. So these curls are coming out, and I'll maybe push this back a little bit here. So now it kind of defines those. As I'm looking at my hair as it comes off the scalp, it kind of pulls in before a big curl brings it out. So to kind of help push this back, I'm going to add some light shading back in here. Because I don't want it to appear flat and smooth, I'm going to kind of use a little bit more of a jagged line, and I might leave some curls that I want to pop out quicker than others. So see how this one kind of pops out while these ones here are pushed back a bit. Same thing with down here. I can use a little bit of shading down here to kind of push that curl back in. And I can put a little bit of shading here to bring this lock of hair out. And definitely want to add some shading back here to push this part of the hair back further. The darker you have the contrast between the light and the dark, the more severe it's going to be pushing things back. So I'm going to use a gradient to kind of be really dark in this corner, but then gradient out. Gradient means it's going to gradually change from dark into light. It's going to just flow very gently. So you can just see as I'm adding more shading and highlighting is going to just add that volume into your hair.